what do you have to say about yourself?
How's your microphone?
Hello, my name's Tony and I like to dance.
So Brad, top on the leaderboard, how's it going off today?
Difficult. I caught the same fish that I caught yesterday, which doesn't help at all. And somewhere along the way, you have to write one of the days off. It was only 4 out of the 5 count, so I think maybe I must just write this one and see what happens.
Oh, well, that's okay. At least you look good. You branded from head to toe in stealth. Looking good. Tomorrow's another day. So how does it feel to be out of that pink outfit?
Great for me. It was very heavy.
I'm sure. And how's your fishing today?
It's good. The fish ratings are good. I lost all my fish. So.
Oh no, man. Well, tomorrow's another day. So, how's your fishing going?
I've been the toughest 2 days fishing of my life. I've done close to 100 kilometers in 2 days.
My
feet. Oh,
You see the tight line.
proper then. And how many fish?
I'm on 5 species. Good.
Oh, nice.
Better days. I had a better day than yesterday. So I think tomorrow is going to be my rest day. And then I'm going to come in hard on Thursday, Friday.
Cool, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. We laugh from Paindane with the greatest kudu fisherman on the north coast. Don't point that thing towards my now. So, did you catch any fish today, Mr. Waits?
No, I didn't.
What was your tactic?
Sleeping.
How did you feel after you went to bed last night?
Good.
How does this pink microphone smell?
Smells like a drop shot.
Mr. Stricker,
Hello.
aka Yellowfin Tuna.
Sorry, am I still the biggest fish in the country?
Yeah. Biggest knob as well, yeah.
I know.
I know. Mr. Hunter, how you feeling?
Tired. Jeez, I've paddled today properly. Shoulders are burning.
But you feel good.
Thank God we got a day off tomorrow, but I'm feeling good, yeah. And having fun.
Mr. Decker,
Tired, I'm shattered, I'm broken. It's been good though.
but you've tried hard for the fish. You haven't
I've
given
tried
up.
hard. It's been a lot of hard work for little reward, but I know it's coming.
Exactly.
Came here for a special fish, I will leave with a special fish.
That's what we say.
Yeah, for a triggerfish.
Oh, you're calling me a fish?
You're my favourite cat.
Thank you, gents.
We can all share.
Okay, C team.
C team.
Yeah, the Cameron team.
4-letter word. I'll take it.
How are you feeling?
I am not gonna fish tomorrow because I feel like my body belongs to someone else, and I've never done this much exercise since Teco 2018. So I'm stuffed.
Since the last time Scott beat you.
I'm not doing anything either tomorrow. I can
Oh,
promise you
good
that.
boys.
But is Scott gonna beat me again?
And you, Mr. Rhodes?
I will not let Scott beat me intentionally.
You will not?
I will not let Scott beat me intentionally.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
The other experts. This is Charlie. And the Prince. Having
Double burger.
He's refueling for the big day tomorrow. Are you fishing tomorrow?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Not like other guys.
Thank you, Lee.
No.
Thank you.
It happened yesterday. My boy,
Are we the same?
You know that when you go for lunch and toasting tomorrow, you have to wear that,
Oh, I'm not fishing tomorrow. We're going for lunch with us.
We're going for lunch at tofu. So yeah.
Radio.
Radio.
How are you feeling, Mr. Funke?
Listen, I don't think I deserve this.
You don't think so?
There's a few discrepancies. This happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So I feel as though it's dick of the day, not dick of yesterday. My mates,
Got the pinky swear, bro.
no! Listen, I told my partner, and friend. And I don't know how it got out.
Ex-friend. Yeah.
But so be it. I know who to trust now.
Yeah, you know
Show
who to
me
trust
who to
now.
trust now for the future. So.
But you know that you do know that James said to me, you must make sure that you win it because he's sure you're not going to win anything else.
That sounds about right.
This is what happens when the fishing is tough and the beers are cold. Our safety officer has run out of steam. So welcome to Paindane. Day 1, day 2, now we're into day 3. Day 1, our footage is up. Day 2, unfortunately, we had a cameraman who was
A little bit ill.
like
Sweating a little bit.
sleeping in for about 25 hours. Maybe that would be the reason why we went AWOL.
But a good cameraman, he still made a plan to get us fetched down the beach.
Yes, he did. He woke up to retrieve us. But yeah, I mean, let's recap on day 1. I mean, what happened day 1? We had some cracker weather. I mean, that weather was
No, that
great.
was Perla, but you couldn't ask for a better day, start to the comp. It was superb.
Light winds.
Light winds. All the guys launched at Paindane.
Yeah.
We had a mass paddle out to start with. And got to the outside marks and the guys were already bending when I got up there.
But unfortunately, there was not much current, so as bad as the current can be to paddle against, you also need a bit of current for the fish. So made fishing a little bit harder.
It was tough. Initially, it was tough. I think day 1 results showed there's some experienced anglers here, guys that know this place pretty well.
Let's recap. The Prince of Paindane.
Yeah.
Where the hell did he come from?
Out of the blue.
The rumors were true when we were on the beach and everyone was coming in saying that Brad's just catching all the fish and everyone else was watching.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I sat next to him.
Seasoned anglers paddling in the deep.
100%. I mean, I was sitting next to him at one stage, watching Mnet. He was going on every second down, and the guys next to him weren't getting bites.
We had seasoned anglers like Cam Sim and Marcus and those guys who actually were struggling for a bite, and Brad was getting bite after bite after bite.
Yeah, I think it's a species event like this. It shows a guy who understands the ocean, understands different techniques and tactics. You
don't just drop a jig down and jig it and get a bite.
No, you can try.
Yeah.
But in watching the guys that know how to work jigs and squiddies and the bucktails, you can see the guys that know how to create an action out of the lure.
And what you've seen also now that we're getting to day 3, unfortunately today's blown out, but even yesterday there were more guys getting bites on the jigs. And why? Because like Ant said, he's like, first day you paddle out, you think, I just drop a jig. He says, now he's like, okay, I'm starting to find out. I got to look for the showing. I got to put myself in the right place.
You got to understand the drift. You got to understand where the fish
I
are
don't
sitting.
just drop a jig down and twitch it and something jumps on.
It's not that easy.
Even he was saying that it's like he's learned so much.
Yes.
In 2 days of jigging. You don't just, like I say, drop a jig down and get a bite. And like I say, the skilled anglers.
So let's have a look at day 1 results. We had just get to this quickly.
Well, I can recap, Mr. Arthur.
Yeah,
180 points.
180 points.
4 species.
Yes.
The next closest person was Cam Sim with 2 species.
2 species. That was it. Yeah. So it was tough fishing on day 1. It wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't.
And guys put in some long, serious mileage.
Unfortunately, a lot of undersized fish, so they didn't make the measuring tape.
They were.
But a few guys tried to stretch their fish, but the tape didn't match.
Scotty Hunter sent me an image of his E-Trex tracks for the day. I think he did 44 kilometers.
Well, he did paddle Chicken Jata around.
That's a long day, right?
Yeah, that's a very long day.
Good effort.
A lot longer than I would like to get away.
Catch of the day to a guy that's, I think he's had the time of his life here. Matt Stricker.
Yeah, Matt Stricker.
Came in hot.
But I mean, that's why we had this comp, and I'm like going to say, that's why we have this place here. We were laughing about it yesterday morning. I was saying, okay, explain to me. Look at those day 1 results. And in those day results, in the top 10, there are about 5 guys who've never caught a fish in a kayak.
Exactly.
Okay? So they come here, they're getting fish, and you've got the seasoned anglers getting their butts.
It's crazy. I mean,
it's because of the diverse number of fish and the species and everything that's in the ocean that if you put a line in the water, you've got a very good chance.
Matt's tuna was 15.
15 kilos.
15
His
kgs.
next biggest fish was an undersized shad.
Exactly. I mean, what more do you want?
You know, and then we've got James Fenter. James Fenter comes along, you know, also, you know, he's been fishing on a kayak in Durban and that for a while, but, you know, his first experience of jigging and stuff like that. And I mean, the day before the comp he got 2 species,
yes.
You know, and then the first day of the comp he gets 2 species, and then yesterday he gets another 2 species.
And good fish, eh?
Yeah, I know. I mean, he got a carp of 8.85. I mean,
That's
most people don't get a carp of over 4 kilos.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah, so, and the guys are learning. Like you said, you know, he caught a live one, he didn't even know what to do. So he tried to put in his live well, you know, thing obviously dies in your live well. And then he comes to the beach and talks to the guys, no, you got to pin him, you got to keep him swimming. And he's like, oh, he learnt. And what did he do the next day? He went and pinned a live one.
He puzzled and he worked it out.
And then he went and caught a big carp.
Exactly.
You know,
we got the Aussie, he got in there. First time paddler.
Benjamin Carr, first time saltwater paddler.
Saltwater paddler, yeah.
He's a freshwater boy, and he's been racking up the fish.
He did get towed backwards though, into the blue yonder.
He left his bottom out, the shark ate it and towed him backwards around the reef.
But he got a beautiful carp. I mean, that's a special fish.
Yeah, he got some big bodies as well. You know, like proper big bodies. You know, I think one of them was we would call a 10-pointer release one. So you know, that's great. Sean Ogburn also, you know, previously South African, now living in Oz, came out. He's got a kuta. The only kuta.
The kuta been scarce. They've been scarce. Yeah. But you never know. Things might change.
The other Aussie boy, Captain Fantastic. What are they calling him? The Pink Panther now?
Yep.
Because his tattoos have turned pink. I mean, he's a Duran. I mean, he's also got
really
some
enjoying
fish. You know, he's got some nice fish. I mean, the guys are puzzling, and they're making an effort and they're getting fish, which is great. And then, of course, we've got the Cape Town boys. They're all, you know, in the results doing well.
Also putting in some serious mileage, eh?
Yeah, they are putting some mileage.
The wind here for them is absolutely nothing. They contest with a lot more than that. Contend with a lot more than that.
They say they're used to this wind.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's Guy. He's doing pretty well. He's got some good
Guy
fish.
Baum's caught some great fish. He's doing well.
Yeah.
Tarek's
also caught some nice fish.
Trying to catch apparently the scuba divers yesterday.
I heard that.
He was telling us, look at the showing, boys, look at the showing. And then Scott Hunter had to tell him, the boy tells you there's scuba divers below, please would you move off the scuba divers. He says, but the showing's so good. It was like, well, it's because you're seeing scuba divers and not fish.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so it's been fun. And yeah, I mean, the guys are trying hard. I mean, some guys obviously haven't caught fish yet, and some guys are still puzzling, but the thing is they're putting in the hours. And hopefully tomorrow the forecast is better.
Tomorrow, which is Thursday.
And Friday.
And Friday is looking very, very good.
Yeah.
I think Oaks will put in a big effort tomorrow and Friday because you're going to have to make it count now.
Yeah.
This was probably a drop day for most guys.
I think the plan was already on Tuesday. Everyone was really looking really tired, going, I'm taking Wednesday off.
So pulling amps. Mr. Decker was looking quite tired when he got to the beach yesterday morning.
I think we all were.
We all were, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's yesterday obviously it turned, you know, like someone like Marcus maybe got 1 species on day 1, and then yesterday he got 4.
I mean, if you look at day 2's results,
day 2 would put Marcus on the top.
Yeah.
You know, because he's got 5 species. The catch here is a day needs to be dropped.
Yes.
And in Marcus's case, he's got in day 1, he's got a species that he doesn't have in day 2.
Day 2.
And obviously we don't know what he's caught today because he did fish this morning.
Yeah, it'll be interesting at the weigh-in.
So he has to actually re-catch that species in another day in order for him to drop Monday
as a bad day. Yeah.
Potentially, you know, otherwise he keeps that day with 1 fish because it's a multiplier, you know, so it starts to get tricky.
Let's look at the old bulls versus the young ones. What do you see here, Charlie?
Yeah, Cam Sim, the young bull.
Nice.
In second place.
Featuring nicely there, 225.
Yeah, and Mr. Arthur, the old bull, as we say, the prince.
The prince.
At 180 points, and Mr. Scott Hunter, another old bull.
Yeah, it'll be interesting this evening because Brad got some good fish this morning, so...
Yeah.
And then let's see where...
And a lot of those guys didn't make an effort today. They all decided yesterday, today was their day off. Today was their blowout day. Today was their, what they would call their throwaway day.
Yes.
So, you know, what Brad didn't get yesterday, I mean, he got fish yesterday, but obviously nothing that was new. So he couldn't weigh them and couldn't record them because, I mean, you're catching the same fish. Whereas today he's got, I think, potentially another 1 or 2 species.
I think it's 2 extra species.
And he's got a couple of upgrades.
Yeah.
Which will make a huge
difference on the leaderboard. Yeah. And then catch of the day yesterday was James.
Oh, Mr. Fenton's carp, like
beautiful fish again. Jeez. Yeah.
Which is great. So we haven't had, I mean, funny enough, no sailfish. Very few
The water's been quite green for this time
Never
of the
few
year.
sharp water, sharp-toothed
Gamefish. Yeah.
No kuta, no wahoo, no graters.
One marlin pop up on
a drop shot.
Express, on a drop shot. Mr. Storm Dalton. I don't know if
he's still licking his wounds.
He's licking his wounds, probably.
with Arnott.
Yeah, so it's been great to be back here, and I think we're in for a.
Yeah, I think today or tonight, obviously, there will be, like I say, there's very, very few guys who made the effort today. I think Brad's case yesterday, he wrote the day off because he didn't get any new species. So we woke up this morning, there was no wind. He made an effort, and he's made he's made an improvement to his score. So that'll be surprising for some people because they wouldn't even have known that he fished.
Yes.
There were only, I think, 4 guys we saw fishing at Paindane. Maybe, like I said, Marcus and his crew did fish north. We don't know what they got either. So that'll be interesting to see. But this comp in 2 hours and 1 day
can change.
The whole competition can change. I mean, one person just has to be in the right spot, go down and get 3 or 4 different species of kingfish,
and that puts you in a different position very quickly.
I mean, Brad, and honestly, over the years I've known Brad, kingfish has never been something that he struggled to catch. He hasn't weighed yet
a decent kingfish.
Species. He's got 4 kingfish species he can target. I mean, if he had to add those 4 species to his total right now,
be way up there.
He'd be out of sight.
Correct.
He's got some fish that other guys are going to struggle to catch. Cam Sim also. Cam Sim's got a prodigal.
Yeah.
Not an easy fish to
Not
catch.
an easy
You
one
don't just go and catch a prodigal. And so he's got others should be easier species to catch to bring them up the scoreboard.
James Fenter also got a very nice prodigal on day 1.
Yeah, he did. It's going to be interesting. Tomorrow
games.
Nice and busy on the water. Hopefully the wind will give us a break. I think it will. Yeah, and then we can.
It's just lovely to be back here again, and I can see the guys are thoroughly enjoying it.
Been good, and hopefully we can see some quality catches. We have been missing the quality. I won't lie.
Yeah.
There hasn't been anything like you can stand up. I mean, Matt Stricker's tuna is wonderful, amazing. We caught a slow pitch jig. Yeah. Straight out of the goodie bag. Great stuff,
That's wonderful.
One of those goodie.
To be rewarded with.
Thanks to Basil Manning.
Thank you to Fish and Basil Manning for that.
That little nice thing.
The guys have been making use of all those.
Came to good use.
Yeah, for sure.
Yesterday, Dave Phillips from Dirty Prawn, he was on the water next to Ant, and Ant caught his fish on a bucktail. Yeah. Right in front of him.
My bucktail got eaten off twice. Two bucktails. I lost 2 bucktails at Island Rock.
But you were throwing them at the rocks. You sure they weren't stuck in the rocks?
No. They got eaten properly.
You sure?
100%.
Did you not catch the rock?
Did you not see I got away at Island Rock, Mr. Channel?
No, we didn't see that. I didn't see it. I didn't get any evidence.
Okay. Well, stay tuned, guys. I think we'll update you again.
Yeah.
On
so today and tonight's video obviously is yesterday and today combined. I mean, like I said, today's a blowout. Not really much you can do in a day like today. And unlucky for poor old Dick, he was sick yesterday, so we dragged today. So the today's show and coverage is obviously covering 2 days.
2 days.
We'll have the last 2 days after this. Hopefully we can get Dick on the water in the boat tomorrow, and he can do some on-water footage of filming the guys fishing and drop shotting and
to get stuff, get into the action out there and see what the guys are up to.
Yeah, cool. Look forward to chatting to you tomorrow.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
So today is supposed to be a blowout day, and I think the wind will come, but it's definitely given us a bit of a gap, and some of the boys went rather big last night because they thought there's no chance of fishing. Woke up to definitely fishable is better than yesterday, so I'll quickly go have a look. Looks like I'm all on my own though, because nobody's waking up this side.
For a blowout day, it's a pretty good day, eh? Could be worse, could be working. So let's go fishing and hopefully turn it into catching. But the forecast is that the wind gets a little bit stronger than this, but it's not as bad as everyone thought it was. And we saw a couple guys sacrifice themselves last night for the blowout day. So hopefully the fish are going to come alive this morning. Add to the little species mission and get a keeper. Happy days.
Got a daily on ya. First thing this morning, stealth and blue water kayaks. Paindane Challenge 2022. Yeah, jump out, yeah, please. Let's see, maybe
shoot first. Everyone come get a quick pic for me. Hey Bobby, chartreuse dirty prawn, deep diver, on the board. GoPro, shoot first.
GT phone home. GT phone home in the green. I got min time to get back. Let's go.
So we have a couple of nominations. First, none other than Mr. Cameron Sim. Mr. Cameron Sim.
That's you, by the way. I don't know why you
Don't look at us. Actually, qualities like that.
Is any ladies in the house? Well, last night we were standing around the food, okay? And we were talking about, being away from fishing, and it was really striking. So I said, yo, Tyron, you better be careful. So Tyron looks at me and I said, yo, to Campton, hey, Tyron, with your long hair, you better be careful. He says, if I drink enough, it might feel the same.
Romantic. What happens in Mozambique stays in Mozambique.
Then the second nomination is none other than Mr. Scott Hunter. You know what this is for, don't you?
I have no idea.
So Scotty then tried to get Tyron into trouble for losing the keys yesterday. Remember that? No, remember that?
I didn't put those in my car.
So Scott gets home last night and he pretends to take a video of another lost key. So the story goes, Scott gave instructions to the ghillie to please put the key under the mat. So they get home in the evening after a couple too many drinks.
Yeah, but hold on. Take the keys and put them in the car.
Right. And Mr. Hunter and then proceed to look for the key, but nobody can find the key. Okay. So first he does is he barks instructions at Tyron. He says, Tyron, you have to climb up in through the window and get out the key. But now Tyron's like the biggest and heaviest oak out of the three amigos.
I'm not fat, I'm just good bone.
So Tyron tries to get the pole and he reckons, no, I'm not going to do this. So they send the plumber up. Plumber Dan, have you seen the video? Plumber Dan, 2-hand climbing up the pole? Yeah. While Scott stands down, filming, giving instructions. The story goes, Cam wakes up in the morning, walks into the kitchen, and the keys are on the table in the kitchen. So Cam says, Scotty, hey, how did the keys get you? Scotty goes, no, they were in my car all along. So Scotty had the keys the whole time.
No,
He didn't even know that he had the keys. You didn't even know you had the keys and you made your mates climb up the wall, through the window.
Yes, like that. Like that. Like that.
Those are the only two nominations today.
Okay.
I read the Ching Chong Chocolate.
You play Ching Chong Chafford, or we can vote for it.
I think Ching. Let's go.
Chili. Chick.
Arm wrestle.
Ching, best of three.
Best of three. Sudden death. One off. Best of three. No, best of three. Sudden
Fishing
death.
competition, sudden
One of
death.
it doesn't have to be best of three. One out of one.
Best of three.
Best of three, yeah?
I'll say cheers. Find out when you lose.
Come on,
Christmas guy can want to slap you.
Start twisting. Start twisting.
Okay, ready?
Ching chong cha. Ching chong cha.
Best of three.
That was two.
That was one.
You celebrate too early.
Ching chong cha. Ching chong cha. Ching chong cha. Ching chong cha. Great minds. Okay.
You can both suck on the dildo.
Ching chong cha.
Oh. One off.
So now the next one we win.
Sudden death.
Sudden death.
Okay. Ching chong cha. Ching chong cha. All these years we got him. John was going to pay for this.
I present you.
I didn't run this.
He also forgot.
Get out of there.
Oh yeah.
Why did he get it wrong? Why did he get it wrong?
See
Why
that?
did he say it?
Tomorrow.